I don't know if y'all know that there's a beef or a rift in the Israelite community. Some believe that you can convert to being an Israelite. Others believe that you cannot convert to being an Israelite. I'm going to show you what the scriptures say. Esther 8:17. In every province and in every city to which the edict of the king came, there was joy and gladness among the Jews, with feasting and celebrating. And many people of other nationalities became Jews or became Israelites. That's the Bible telling us that other people converted to being Israelites. If you go down to God's laws in Numbers 9 and 14, this is more proof that God allowed people to convert to being Israelites who were not bloodline Israelites. If a foreigner who dwell, Numbers 9 and 14, if a foreigner dwelling among you wants to observe the Passover to the Lord, he is to do so according to the Passover statute and its ordinances. You are to apply the same statute to the foreigner and the native born, or the foreigner or the convert and the bloodline Israelite. And there are multiple more scriptures talking about how you are supplied. I'm talking about in God's laws, how you are to apply the same law to the convert, the foreigner, and the Israelite. He's a convert or she's a convert when she converts to our laws, to God's laws, his commandments, his statutes, and follow them, to having the fringes on your clothes, to keeping a beard, to following God's dietary laws and his moral laws, his business laws, following God's laws. I'm bringing this up because I saw Pastor Dowell on Jason Whitlock. And what Pastor Dowell said was that an Israelite today is born of the spirit, not of the flesh.
An Israelite today is one that's not born of the flesh, but of the spirit, one that is born again.
So anybody can be an Israelite?
If they are born again of the water and of the spirit, been filled with the baptism of the Holy Spirit, have met the conditions of the book, and are walking in the newness of life, they are Israelites.
And I agree and disagree with him at the same time. And I love Pastor Dowell. Let's not get this twisted, right? He's been in the truth way longer than me, just like Bishop Nathaniel. However, God has called me for a reason, and I can read. There are two versions of this. He said, an Israelite today is born of the spirit and not of the flesh. An Israelite today is born of the spirit and of the flesh. Y'all better hear what I'm saying. So a convert is born of the spirit, which just means God's laws. God's laws is his mind, his ideal, his spirit. So you convert, you are now an Israelite of the spirit by following God's laws. So if one wants to convert to God's laws, they can be an Israelite. If one wants to follow Yahuwah, wants to follow Yah, the Most High, they can be an Israelite, and they are an Israelite of the Spirit. How the Gentiles can be grafted in. They are an Israelite of the Spirit. However, don't get it twisted. An Israelite today is not just an Israelite of the Spirit. God is coming back for the Israelites of the flesh, Job 3:2. And I will also gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat. Listen to this. And will plead with them there for my people, for my heritage, whom they have scattered among the nations. So the whole world is literally about to receive judgment. Why? And I will plead with them for my people, my heritage, which means my bloodline people, my heritage, the people from the beginning. And listen, you know he's talking about those people because he said whom they have scattered. Now, you that are being grafted, and I'm actually doing a message called The Righteous Gentile. I'm working on it now because you are being grafted in. You are a righteous Gentile because you want to follow God's laws, commandments, and statutes. And really, you are now an Israelite of the Spirit. But you have to acknowledge who God's chosen people really are, because it is for us that God is coming back to save those who have converted. And it is for us that God is coming back to save the whole world, us and those who converted. And it is for us that God is coming back to destroy the whole world and those that are against us. This is clear.
The Israelites that have been into captivity, whether people comprehend it like it or not, the actual melanated people of this earth, especially those of us who are on this side of the pond, who have been brought over here in the slave ships and then scattered throughout the Caribbean, we are the original Israelites that the Bible speaks about.
So you agree with Bishop Nathaniel on that?
I do.
This is clear. Only one people have been scattered. Only one people will be gathered. He said, I am going to gather them from all nations. Well, who are that? Who is that? And he said, it's going to be, listen to this in Isaiah 4:1. He said, and there's going to be some Gentiles that cleave to him, or some foreigners that cleave to them. Those are the ones that's going to convert. When you cleave to something, you convert. Oh, you don't understand what I'm saying? So I wanted to make that real quick. Following God's laws, commandments, and his statutes is having God's spirit, or is going after at least God's spirit. Again, that's some other time. His spirit is his mind, his ideals, his principles. So to be a Israelite of the spirit and not of the flesh is to actually follow God's laws. I hope you guys can receive this in the name of Christ. Talk to y'all soon. Shalom. Shalom.